Welcome back, our fellow listeners, and you are once again tuned in to South Coast Radio with your radio host Ryan Woodley. And this is where we celebrate the artists shaping the sound of South Africa. Today, we're joined by a dynamic singer songwriter who blends uplifting indie dance pop with soulful vulnerability. She first emerged in 2019 with her album, which is called Musical Life. From vibrant pop tracks like Glow to heartfelt ballads such as This Place, she continues to evolve her sound, and now she brings us her brand new single called Worthy. Rebecca Helen, welcome to South Coast Radio.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, thank you. Beautiful day here in Cape Town.
Awesome, and likewise on the South Coast as well. So, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so Rebecca, it's so great to have you with us. Let's start with your new single, which is called Worthy. What inspired the song?
Well, Worthy really came from a moment of self-reflection where I was thinking about how I was measuring my worth and by the achievements that I've attained in my life. And I've been actually having this kind of conversation surrounding this topic with a few friends. And it's amazing how we as humans, especially I feel with social media, that we compare ourselves and we compare our timelines as well, you know, what's happening in other people's lives. And, you know, we question why we're not there yet. When is it happening for me?
Yep, true.
And, you know, I was contemplating all of this. And so I decided that actually the self-realization came to me when I was journaling about it. And I realized that you are actually worthy exactly as you are. And
True.
That you don't need to be doing anything to believe that you are actually enough. And so that's why I wrote the song Worthy.
That's really awesome, Rebecca. So Worthy feels more intimate and reflective compared to some of your earlier dance pop releases. Was this a very personal song for you to write?
Absolutely, it really was. I mean, all my music is quite personal and coming from my own experiences in life. And so I felt like Worthy, though, was a little bit more personal on a different level, really, because it was really, like I said, that self-reflective moment that I was having. And it's scary to put yourself out there and be vulnerable with people that you don't know. I mean, it's scary with anybody, even that people you do know, right? But I felt that it was a necessary thing to do. It's quite liberating once you've expressed yourself in that way, especially when you see what it, you know, how other people react to it as well.
That's awesome, Rebecca. Now, the track explores self-doubt and self-acceptance, something so many people struggle with. What message are you hoping listeners take away from it?
I think for me, I'm really hoping that people will, you know, get into that feeling of realizing that they are enough exactly as they are, that they don't need to be doing anything specifically to prove that worth. Because what I've realized in my life is that when you're feeling good about yourself and you're feeling confident in who you are, then that's when you make those things happen. You put in the action that actually brings you to your goal. So I feel that with this song, I really hope that people will resonate with the feeling and realize that actually they are who they're meant to be, and that everybody in the world needs somebody like them, that they, you know, unique. And,
True.
You know, just kind of get that feeling of confidence, you know, like being your own best cheerleader, being your own, cheerleader, giving that little pep talk to yourself. So that's what I really hope people take away from the song.
Wonderful, Rebecca. Now you've described leaning into a warmer, soul R&B pop sound inspired by the honesty of Olivia Dean. What drew you toward that direction musically?
That's a great question, Ryan. I have been in the pop dance indie vibe for a little while now.
Okay.
And I've been really all my life gravitated towards R&B singers. I love Ariana Grande. I love Mariah Carey. I grew up listening to their music. And
Yeah.
so I just felt like it was a different way to express myself. And, listening to other artists like Olivia Dean as well, I just absolutely love what they're doing. And
Yeah.
I realized the other day that, when I'm singing live, I sing a lot of soul music, like Teddy Swims and all those different artists,
Yes.
Aretha Franklin. And I'm so inspired by it. It just does something very different to me, like in my body, the way I feel when I'm singing those songs. I really feel connected to who I am. And so it was just a natural progression that I was going to go into that genre and do a soul song.
Wow, that's awesome, Rebecca. So, now taking us back a little, your 2019 album, which was Musical Life, involved some incredible collaborations. What did working with Mick Evans teach you about artistry and production?
Well, Mick is an incredible man, and he has an incredible life story as well. And I think, working with somebody who has had a long life already of music and being in the music industry, I was really, excited to learn from such a legend. And he's such a humble man. He doesn't want to give you advice per se, but he has so many stories about incredible people that he's worked with, and that really inspired me so much. But I feel like his humility was very catching. I think it's a really good thing to be humble and to always look to learn.
Yes.
Because you don't know everything, and even if you think you know some things, there's always going to be something else that you're going to learn.
100%.
So, that was one of the biggest lessons I think I really took from him. And also the quality of your production is very important. I mean, these days everyone is a bedroom producer. I think, Billie Eilish kind of led everyone into thinking that, it's so easy, you just do it in your bedroom, you can just have your own setup. But I don't think people realize just how much work goes into production.
It's
and
a lot.
With Mick, he really he knew what he's done. I mean, he has been working with legends in the industry, but he had the most incredible mixing desk. It looked like a massive cockpit of an airplane. I didn't know what half of it did, but watching him and learning how he actually did, because he recorded my songs in an analog and then a digital sound. So it gave a lot of warmth to the production.
Yeah.
And he took a long time to make sure that everything fitted in the right places. So I really feel that if you are going to go into anything, not even like something other than music even, just do it to the best of your ability. And
100%.
if it's not right, just keep working at it until it gets to where you want it to be, you know?
That's absolutely correct, Rebecca. And looking at collaborations, so collaborating with Alan Roy Scott, who has written for major international stars, how did that influence your songwriting approach? Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, I just lost you for a minute.
Sorry about that. I will repeat the question. So I was mentioning, so collaborating with Alan Roy Scott, who has written for major international stars, how did that influence your songwriting approach?
Well, it really was the most incredible experience working with Alan. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, to be in the same room as someone who's worked with such incredible legends in the music industry. I
Yeah.
mean, I grew up idolizing pop stars like Celine Dion, and here I get to work with someone who has worked with them. So I had to trust a lot in what he said when it came to the songwriting process, but I also needed to trust in me and what I knew I could do. So there was a lot of learning. It was like a songwriting boot camp. um,
Yeah.
and he made me really think about the words I was using, because there had been a lot of songs I'd written where I just thought, oh well, this song is about this, and so I can just kind of that word's going to rhyme with this word. I don't really need to worry too much about the thought behind it.
Yeah.
Whereas he really went, well, how can we say that in a different way? Because that word's been used 100 times by every songwriter out there. How can we make it different and have more depth to it?
Yeah.
So he really taught me how to think about things, and also just to go with the flow when you're
Yeah.
in the flow moment, not to stop it and then try and perfect something. Rather, go with the flow and then come back later, and then you can fine tune the little things.
True. That's
Oh,
true, Rebecca. Okay, and then also your earlier single, which was "Glow," produced by summer-nominated Sasha, had such a high-energy pop feel. Do you enjoy switching between upbeat dance tracks and stripped-back emotional songs?
oh, definitely. I love switching between that. It's kind of like when you feel like you're in the mood for something, and you feel like you just want to, listen to a sad,
Yeah,
sappy song, because you're feeling sad,
yeah,
or you're feeling like you're happy and you want to just enjoy listening to an upbeat song. I think
yeah.
it's really about the mood, and
True,
um, being a creative, I think as a person as well, you have so many different moods that can go on,
true.
and it's nice to be able to listen to different kinds of music. And I think for me, I'm someone that loves all different kinds of genre of music, everything from pop to rock, and just being able to create music that you can listen to whenever you want. Like
Yeah,
if you're just doing the dishes and you want to want to improve your mood, then you put on Glow, and so it really was and is a fantastic thing that you can have choices in life and choices in music too.
really awesome, Rebecca. And now, how would you describe your musical evolution from musical life to Worthy?
Long. They say the longest journey from the brain to the heart,
Yeah,
and I
true.
actually felt that I was overthinking a lot of things when we were writing Musical Life. I had all these ideas. I wanted to sound like this artist, but then I wasn't sure. And I think it's been a real journey to get to finding my sound and learning more about myself and what I really wanted to say as an artist, and how I wanted to express myself
Hmm.
through my music, and do it in a way that connected with myself first and then with other people. So I feel that it's really been over a long period of time that as I've matured and experienced more things in life,
Yeah,
that I've become more me, and as I've become more me and less what I think other people wanted to hear, I've gravitated to different sounds that's taken me through it.
Awesome. And so when fans listen to Worthy for the first time, what do you hope they feel in that moment?
I hope that they feel reassured and supported and safe, and that they also feel encouraged and confident about themselves, and that they get that warm, fuzzy feeling inside, like when you've had a warm hug from a good friend. Yeah.
Oh, that's really awesome, Rebecca. And also, so what's next for you? Perhaps more singles, maybe an EP or live performance?
Oh, yes, definitely. I am working on a lot of live performances this year. I feel like I've been doing so much songwriting in the last 3 years, and that's never going to change. I'm still going to keep on songwriting. I'm still going to do collabs. I'm always doing collabs. And, you know, exploring myself as a songwriter is a very important part of the whole musical journey. So I'll definitely be doing that, but I do feel more live performances are coming, and connection with people out there, some travel on the cards as well, and definitely more music on the way. So, yeah, I think the best is to check me out on my social media at Rebecca Helen Music, and then you can look at all my upcoming gigs and get all the deets as I post things. Yeah.
Awesome. And you just caught me right there when you mentioned about finding you on social media and stuff. I was actually going to ask you this question before we close off with the interview, as to where could the fans find you online and follow your musical journey, as well as finding the song Worthy and other songs that you have released?
Awesome. Well, I have a YouTube channel where I post a lot of my videos and things there. I've got a music video out, all those kinds of things. That all gets posted on my YouTube channel at Rebecca Helen Music. And then you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, also at Rebecca Helen Music. And then on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, all the digital platforms.
Awesome.
I'm there as well.
That's really awesome stuff, Rebecca. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and your music with us today. And to the listeners, Rebecca's brand new single Worthy is out now, blending soulful warmth with honest reflection. A beautiful reminder that self-acceptance is a journey we're all on. And so you've been listening to Rebecca Helen right here on South Coast Radio, where we bring you music that moves both your feet and your heart. Once again, Rebecca, thank you for being with us on South Coast Radio. It's really awesome having you with us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Ryan, and thank you to South Coast Radio for playing my songs, for all the support and the love. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and I hope everyone enjoys the song and has the best day.
Awesome. Thank you once again, Rebecca. And yes, we will be playing your song this very moment, so to the listeners, stay tuned as we're about to catch Rebecca Helen's song right now live on South Coast Radio, which is called Worthy. Stay tuned and enjoy this very moment.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
This is South Coast Radio.